In this part, we will show a method for grouping an image or a map of the raster and shapefile of the soil type for the countries of Iraq and Syria from the file entitled HWSD version 1.2, which is found in the following path. As we see, HWSD version 1.2, which is returned to Harmonized World Soil Database HWSD as follows. Where we go to the desktop and we create a new file entitled HWSD, and we put inside this file a registered image of the map of Iraq and Syria, as we see here, and with the title Iraq degree.jpg with geographic coordinates latitude longitude. Then we create a file entitled Soil of Iraq and Syria, Soil of Iraq and Syria, and inside it we create a file entitled Soil of Iraq and Syria classified, and within it we make two files and at the following address. The first is titled 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, and the two is entitled 30 to 100 cm subsoil of Iraq and Syria classified. Then we go to the file prepared in advance to the file titled HWSD version 1.2 in the path that we explained earlier. We open this file. Then we go to the program icon titled HWSD VIEWER and we open it. And a window entitled HWSD Viewer appears. Then we click on Load HWSD and then make maximize for the soil map. Then we make zoom on a map of Iraq and Syria, where we go to the top and we choose zoom rectangular. We make zoom on the map of Iraq and Syria. Then we make zoom again. Then we copy the map via a print screen. Then we go to the paint program and paste the map. Then we save the map in the following path: desktop, HW desktop, HWSD. Then we save it with the address Iraq and Syria.jpg. Then we close Paint. Then we restart the image that we stored a while ago in the file that we made on the desktop entitled HWSD. This image is entitled Iraq and Syria.jpg, where we restart it and perform engineering correction to it using the image restart for Iraq entitled Iraq degree.jpg using ERDAS program, and we save the restart image in the file with the title Soil of Iraq and Syria. This has already been done and stored under the title Iraq and Syria projected with the IMG extension. Then we make a classification for this image in the ERDAS program and we save it in the file with the title Soil of Iraq and Syria classified. This was done in advance and saved it in the name Soil of Iraq classified, as we see with the extension IMG, which is for countries of Iraq and Syria. Then we save this classified image with the attachment, with its attachment, and as we see here, where we make for it copy and transfer it into file with the address 0. We make copy the file 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, as we see here. And we also transfer it into a file with the title 30 to 100 cm subsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, as we see here. Then we convert this classified image titled Soil of Iraq classified from raster to shapefile by ArcMap, where we go to the desktop and we create a file with the title Soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile, and inside it we make two files as follow. The first is titled 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, and the second entitled 30 to 100 cm subsoil of Iraq and Syria classified. Now we go to the ArcMap program and open classified image of Iraq and Syria via add in the following path: desktop, soil of Iraq and Syria, desktop, soil of Iraq and Syria, and to the file soil of Iraq and Syria classified, and the image is soil of Iraq classified.img, and it is for Iraq and Syria. Then we go to the image layer and the table of content, and we make right click on it, then open attribute table. And the table appears, and it has field title, the class name for soil type, and field title value for the soil type numbers. Then we convert this image as raster to shapefile, where we go to the R toolbox, and in the R toolbox window we go to conversion tools, then from raster, and then we choose raster to polygon. In field input raster, we select the image of Iraq and Syria, and in field we select value. Then we define the file save path that we made on the desktop on the following path, as we see now, and we write the file name, which is IRQ SY Iraq and Syria. Then we press save, and then OK. We wait for the conversion to complete. A message appears indicating that raster to polygon transfer was successful. And this is polygon's shapefile map for Iraq and Syria. Now we go to the desktop to the location and path of the shapefile map, as we see here in the map. Then we press Ctrl A, and then we make copy with the Ctrl C. We transfer it to the file with the title 30 to 100 centimeter subsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, where we make here paste, whereas the two maps of topsoil and subsoil both have the same map, but their information is different. Then we go back to ArcMap and open the image that we just copied in the following path: desktop soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile. Desktop soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile, and to file 30 to 100 centimeter subsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, where we open this image in ArcMap. It is the same as this image. Then we go to the image layer and the table of content and make right click on it and open attribute table. Then the table appears and has a field titled shape with its type, which is the type polygon, and field titled grid code that contain number of soil type. Now we close our toolbox and we close the ARC map. Then we convert the shapefile map of soil extracted from the Harmonized World Soil Database HWSD from Geographic Latitude Longitude Coordinate UTM coordinate, where we create a file entitled Soil of Iraq and Syria Shapefile UTM, and we make inside it two files as follows. The first is entitled 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified UTM, and the second is entitled 30 to 100 cm subsoil of Iraq and Syria classified UTM. As we see, we create these two files for topsoil and subsoil. Then we go to the Global Mapper program and open it. Then open data files. Then we go to the following path: desktop soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile. Soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile. 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified, and Iraq and Syria shapefile. And we press open, and a map appears with the geographic coordinate latitude longitude with the we convert to UTM coordinate by tools configure projection. Then we choose UTM from the drop menu and zone 38 and datum WGS84. Then we click on apply, and the coordinates are converted to UTM, and then OK. Then we go to File, Export Vector over LiDAR format, and we choose Shapefile extension, then OK, then OK. Then we define export area in the following path: desktop, soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile UTM, 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified UTM, and we write the file name soil of Iraq and Syria UTM 0 to 30 cm. Then we click save, and then OK. Then we close a Global Mapper program. Then we come to this file with the title Soil of Iraq and Syria Shapefile UTM. Inside the file with the title 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified UTM, the file is here titled Soil of Iraq and Syria UTM 0 to 30 cm with the shapefile extension. We transfer this file to the subsoil here and save it with the title Soil of Iraq and Syria UTM 30 to 100 cm with the shapefile extension. The map for the top soil and subsoil for Iraq and Syria is same, but the information in it is different. Then we open the ArcMap program by Start menu, Program, ArcGIS, and ArcMap. The program opens and we press cancel. Then we open the map of Iraq and Syria with the UTM coordinate via add with the following path. Desktop, soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile UTM 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified UTM, and we open this map. It appears in the UTM coordinate. We go to the map layer in the table of content and make right click on it, then open attribute table. Then the table appears with the field titled grid code that contain numbers for the type of soil. We note that the number of polygon in this map is large, which is 22,144. This number can be reduced to a smaller number as we did in the video number 4 of this series of soil type and land use by choosing only large polygon. Now we go to the desktop, to the map, save it in the file with the address soil of Iraq and Syria shapefile UTM. Inside the file titled 0 to 30 cm topsoil of Iraq and Syria classified UTM. And this map is titled Soil of Iraq and Syria UTM 0 to 30 cm with the shapefile extension is one that will be used in implementing ArcSWAT and other programs. We can return to ArcMap program and open the table for this map. Then we add the field for this table by table option. Then add field, and we add several fields to topsoil soil information for Harmonized World Soil Database HWSD. And this information is taken from HWSD VIEWER program. HWSD VIEWER program, where we go to the top and select SMU table. SMU table, and we make a left click on the specified color to the type of the soil inside the maps. A table appears with the information entitled HWSD Soil Mapping Unit Details, in which we take this information for the topsoil and subsoil and transfer it and put it in the field of the map table with the title Soil of Iraq and Syria UTM 0 to 30 cm in ArcMap program. So, as we said, this map titled Soil of Iraq and Syria UTM 0 to 30 cm with the shapefile extension is what we will use in implementing the AltaSWAT program and other programs. Thus, we have finished explaining case 1b and the last of the first case, as this case included grouping and an image or map of the raster and shapefile of the soil type for the countries of Iraq and Syria extracted from Harmonized World Soil Database HWSD.